Welcome everyone. Here's yet another Potentizer unit from Malcolm Rae. There is a certain similarity from this organization and the way things are made. They have these plexiglass plates. They have these kind of, I don't think that's real wood. That's not real wood. It's plastic coated probably particle board. You can see here's the actual where the remedies are made. And of course you have this goes in, which of course is plastic, which shows you they're not thinking too good in general. That's the problem with people that use plastic instead of glass, because it's cheap and maybe readily available instead of hunting stuff up. But I mean, you look at those things to determine where is someone coming from? Now, this is one of his more interesting units and has that circular design. The circular design is the fact that you have that kind of flow of energy, which isn't a bad idea. I do like this as well. These have, as you can probably hear that, these potentiometers have, I forget what they call that, but for each number they click. Has an interesting little feature here, and I'm not sure what this stuff does. They said I've got these things inexpensively, not really sure how a lot of it works, but you can see it has these kind of little buttons here. Now, this is a non-electric unit again. So there are inputs and outputs to connect cables to, but there isn't any electricity going to it. It has this kind of an interesting dial here. Again, I'm not sure what that is. It looks like that may not be working properly. How much you got? What have you got here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So we've got 10 dials to dial in this, and we have these extra little plugins here to add energy in for whatever these things do. So that is a very unique design. Circles aren't used that often. I think it's a good idea. I think we'll probably be producing some sort of unit that is a circle-based. This way you have a interesting and more powerful flow of energy. Now, traditionally, you have rows of dials, and these, of course, have a flow to them as long as they're made correctly. But when you have something round like this, you just get a better flow of energy, no matter what type of radionic instrument it is. These are relatively rare. Lord's Industry was the first one that I noticed made this kind of design in the 90s, but I'm sure they copied it from someone else. So we've seen that, of course, the great copier of them all, Goldberg, Jonathan Goldberg, of course, copied Lord's Industries and had a unit that copied that kind of round. So it's interesting, and people seem to like those types of units. So those are the special aspects. As I said, you've got this odd counter, which I'm not sure what that does. Here is a jack. I don't know if that's in or out. Here's another jack. It's relatively heavy. There's something down inside here in the back, and of course, that's for that's for Patreon and all access members. So when we go in here and actually take these things apart, you can see the back just has your typical felt on the back, so it doesn't scratch anything. There's nothing on this unit in terms of to identify it. No stickers, no anything else. So. But this seems to be by the Magneto company, probably, who took over from Malcolm Rae and has been producing his instruments and their own little cards for many, many years now. I believe that's where this is from. We don't know. The dials, as I said, they're also 0 to 10. I don't know if you can see that. And I move in here a little bit. So yeah, you have 0 to 10 dials. And we already have a problem here. Now, I don't know if that's internal or not. Let's try this. See if this goes all the way to 10. Now, you can see this is another problem with